Hey everyone, it's me, Doomlink, and welcome back to Doomlink's Live Hunts. Going live in Audible Third momentarily, which actually means now. Oh dear. My previous recording that I did, which was done only a short while ago in 3 Ultimate, was not actually... Well, I didn't have a notification that was sent out to my Discord chat, which was a bit negligent of me, more than a bit. Move this damn thing out of the way, and we're now going to depart. Well, perhaps we're not going to now depart. Sorry guys, I'm taking a long ass time to get this set up. Speaking of which, I haven't even set up my audio, which is really annoying actually. I don't know why, but I actually allowed myself to get into a position where I felt as if I was being pushed to get this recording set up as quickly as possible, which is quite ridiculous because I did actually have plenty of time to get it set up, but this is what you would call mismanagement of the situation, so yes, I'm going to make sure that I have normal shots, and now we're under control. Let us now depart, and I will of course apologise, at least semi-profusely, to the team for taking so long to get ready. Okay. With that out of the way, let's do some hunting. It's funny, I've now spawned in this area, which is an area that I spawned in while playing 3 Ultimate, but I'm now in a different game, and it feels kind of weird in that sense. I'm going to pop out the chat. There we go. And I'll put that on that side. That should be fine. Very good. Making sure everything looks fine. In terms of the volume of the game, I'm going to take it up a little bit more. We'll see how that should be fine. I don't want it to be too loud, obviously, but we'll go with that for now. If that is too loud for whatever reason, then I will make an adjustment. That's how we do things. It is a live environment. Oh, here we go. Might put down a bomb. Not now, of course, but maybe now. Yeah. Thank you for making me your target. And I may as well go for the fishing maneuver because I'm closest to the monster. Could no one else please do that? That would be a waste. Because I am already here, you see. Oh, the camera is moving weirdly because I was using the right analog stick to actually assist in the fishing out maneuver, which is not very good in this game for the camera, as you can tell. Aim for the tip of the nose. Assuming that that is a better elemental hit zone. I'm going to stay here just in case I'm not the target of a follow-up, which I was not, so I made the right decision in staying in a crouch-fired position. Can you get out of the way? Fucking delict. The reason why I'm currently using heavy bowgun is because I only need heavy bowgun uses at this stage. I need like 1 more use of hammer, and something like 5 more for heavy bowgun, and I will be done with my weapon uses for this game. Arma-chan is on fishing duty. Apparently BLK wants to assist in that, quite unnecessarily. I'll shoot the main body, that should be fine. Good for DPS anyway. You seem to be shooting rapid fire freeze yourself, so we've got 2 people on freeze bowgun at this stage. In terms of game volume, this is quite fine. I'm happy with that. It's not too loud, and it's also fairly audible, which is what I seek to achieve in these recordings. Lighting is going to be shifting quite a bit. I'm also going to be keeping an eye on that, but I will try to not distract you from the enjoyment of the game by talking about the technicalities of the recording process, and I'm sure you will all be greatly appreciative of that fact. So yeah, I basically finished my last recording, went out, got some lunch, and I now have stout, and we are resuming the recording, just in a different game. And it will indeed be a different, part of the series, I guess. Yeah. So it went from 143 to 144. quite appropriately. What are you up to? Get over here. Almost out of free shots. I didn't bring combination materials for free shots because it's a single monster, it's a full team, and as you can see, a perfect number of shots. 60 walls. Okay. And that is Nibble Snarf dead. I almost wish that were more of a substantial hunt than that, but that's fine. Nibble Snarf is what we got in the roulette, so to speak, so that is what we shall hunt. I did almost consider posting the double quest just for the sake of it, but I didn't feel like the possibility of another person hosting a monster and then having that monster be really laggy on the screen. I won't be able to truly avoid that, but that was at least enough to have me avoid posting the double quest. Oh, it's still gonna get me, I knew it. That's fine. I will try to get my audio organized. It's not as easy as you might think. It's because it's slightly out of my reach from my seated position. Alright. No, damn it. Ah, I see. So when it does get dark outside, my chroma key does shit itself, so let's do that. That should be fine. Basically, I have to make sure that my chroma key isn't too strict when it gets bright, but not so weak that it causes issues when it gets dark. You see, this is the lighting shit that I'm having to deal with right now. It's constantly fluctuating back and forth. The weather doesn't know if it wants to be overcast or bright today. So just can't make a decision. Can't make its mind up. Alright, let's see our next hunt, shall we? Need to change to the third Discord, there we go, okay. Well, more Black Diablos, and I say more because there were actually 2 Black Diablos rooms ongoing when I made this particular room, so let's do some Black Diablos. Apparently we can't avoid that. Okay. Well, I don't really want to use this. This is really funny. This was Sand Barrioth and Black Diablos, right? So, just before, we did a quest in 3 Ultimate which was Sand Barrioth and regular Diablos, so it's almost like deja vu at this stage. I will bring it... No, I don't want to bring a hammer, but I will, because that's the one thing that I want to use other than heavy bowgun, and I don't feel like using heavy bowgun at this stage. So, that will have to do. Hammer. I just don't like using a hammer on Diablos, it's no fun. But I'll do it anyway. I'll live with it. It's not like they're going to last all that long. We do have a full high-ranked team, so it should be fine. I don't think I'm going to have to endure too much misery here. It is, of course, reassuring to know that even with a notification, there's no one watching, so yeah, good to know. Love you guys. So, I'm assuming that it's here. It could also be in the other list, but I believe Diablos is in this tier. There it is. If BLK ends up becoming the blue player, then that should be fine. I think he's got a reasonable connection to me. I think. In fact, no, it is slightly laggy, but it's not too bad. I've had worse, in other words. At least I know what I'm dealing with in that situation. Okay. Yeah, I can show you my progress with my weapon uses here. You can see that 112 is just slightly below 113. 113 is actually the max, and I believe it was the same in 3 Ultimate, strangely enough. Why they chose that number for both Portable Third and 3 Ultimate, I've got no idea, because they can never get it consistent, but apparently between those 2 games, they decided that it would be the same. So I believe it's 113 in that game as well, and there's a slight difference between 112 and 113 here, so yeah, once that's at 113 I can leave that alone, or at the very least I don't have to worry about that, then I can focus on heavy bowgun. I realised that if I didn't feel like using heavy bowgun for anything in this recording, then I would default to hammer, and I'm already doing that for my second hunt, so yeah. After this I basically have to focus on heavy bowgun. Life goes on. One thing that I noticed that I don't actually have in this game is a heavy crouch pierce set. I don't know why I don't have one, but I don't. I'll need to make one, because I was wanting to use heavy... Okay, so basically, last night I did a Jamaran hunt, and... was it last night or the night before? Maybe the night before. And I wanted to use a heavy bowgun, and then I realised, well, I'd want to use pierce, but I actually don't have a crouch-firing pierce heavy bowgun in this game. Well, not a set to go along with it anyway. The ideal one that you would use would be the Diablo's heavy bowgun, based on my knowledge of 3 Ultimate. But I can't actually make that bowgun because I don't have any majestic horns. I think I need 4 majestic horns and I've only got 2, so... It's basically 4 of the most difficult horn to get from the Diablos. So I guess doing this quest will be helpful, and at least in getting that heavy bowgun. I'm not too sure what set that I would make. I will make that when the time comes, but for the moment, I'd like to focus on getting that heavy bowgun. It requires the hunting of Diablos, which I don't like at all. I'm not a fan of Diablos, never have been, never will be. And some people feel differently, but yeah, I don't like it. We've already got a pitfall trap down. I don't know whose bright idea that was. That was BLK's bright idea. Not all that smart, because in the end, putting down a trap for the benefit of exactly 1 hunter out of 4 really is... what's the point? Anyway. Alright, it'll be for the benefit of 2 out of 4 hunters, so at least he's getting half the damage that he could be getting from this pitfall trap. You hate Black Diablo specifically? Yeah, I don't know what it is about Black Diablo. He seems to be a little more annoying, doesn't he? Don't know if it's how he moves, maybe he moves faster, I actually don't know. I haven't actually measured the difference between regular and black, but somehow he does feel more annoying. It's a very well, not rainy, but rather windy day outside. Rainy. It has been raining a bit, but not today. Today has just been, yeah, really windy. Oh, look who's fucking appeared. I'm really shocked that you've already come here. I do actually have dung bombs, and... well, I'll wait until he comes over here. You know what I'll actually do? No one else would do this, but I'm going to do it. Actually, no, I will dung bomb the Black Diablos. Because I think that Sand Barrioth will stay here for a while yet. Oh, Black Diablos has already been dung bombed, so I don't need to worry about that. One of my concerns was that in dunging Sand Barrioth, someone could actually end up dunging Black Diablos, not realizing that I had already dunged Sand Barrioth, and then they'd both leave at the same time and into the same area. Which would be pretty chaotic, and obviously would ultimately achieve nothing. Thank you for that. Very good. I don't ask for much, but a single KO would be real nice. If I could get 1 KO, I'd be a happy individual. Yeah, okay. Don't do that. I ran out of stamina, just as I wanted to roll. Oh. I'm generally fine with hammering these monsters, it's just that... having a bit of a rough time today. I'd like to break that other wing at this stage. Oh, you do not deserve that, but fine. You can take it. In fact, you got your fucking karma for stealing my KO. Stay away from that head, it's mine. I mean, some would interpret that as the person assisting me, but... no, that's stealing my KO. I'm working for it. So... persistently, and then you just take it from me. How dare you? In this game, I actually have space for sand barrier stuff, which is refreshing. In 3 Ultimate, I really don't. I'm assuming... well, let's see where Black Diablos ended up. He did end up over there. Okay. And I will, of course, sharpen up. As much as I can tolerate, yes. As much as I can tolerate green sharpness, I don't want to have it if I can sharpen up to something better. I will be aggressively aiming for the head here. Which I should be, I'm using a hammer, but... the reason why is because I do want those horns. I want them both broken so I can get a chance for a majestic horn. I don't want to be that guy, but we do have a trap over here. Which was no doubt placed with the intention of, I don't know, trapping the monster. We're gonna do this, are we? You know, it would not take any time at all if we all decided to line up with the trap to get Diablos in the trap. This is one of those monsters that is very easy to get in a trap precisely because it is a monster that loves to charge in a single direction. So if we all just fucking lined up with the trap, it wouldn't take long at all, we wouldn't have to worry about lack of DPS, we could all just, I don't know, coordinate and cooperate. That would be nice. But that seems to be a struggle at the moment. Now we have to do this. And line up again. Ama-chan, please don't do this. Just line up with the trap. Do you see what's going on here? It would not be hard. It would not take any time at all to get this thing in a trap if you people could coordinate. Come on. Fuck me sideways. How hard is it? Oh, great. I need to settle for a golf swing here because I really am just bouncing. And I missed the golf swing, obviously. This thing moves too fast for its own good. I was really hoping for a standard tail swing because that would have brought the head right in my range, and I could have upswung it. Well, in this case it was basically 2 hunters, lonely solely. Hoping for a KO. Unless I get upswung by the switch axe guy. There you go. I'll try to not upswing you, Ama-chan. I'm glad that I didn't, but again. Of course I missed the bloody golf swing. I'm not hosting this hunt, so I can only hope that lag compensation dealt the damage with that golf swing, but... yeah, I really do want both horns broken. I don't think we're dealing so much damage that there is so much of a risk that we'll kill it before the horns are broken, unless she just went to the weak area. In which case, yes, there is a genuine fucking risk. Okay, how about we drop a bomb on the sleeping Diablos and hope that both horns break. If both horns don't break, I'll be pretty pissed. Because again, I don't want to be hunting this monster very much, and I do need 2 majestic horns, so if I can... I clearly have Lander, which is always nice to see. Can we... does anyone else have a bomb? Anyone else? Anyone? No? Okay. Please break that fucking horn. Please. I'm trying my utmost. I really, really am. I'm not just aiming for the head because I'm a hammer user. I'm actually trying to break the horn. I mean, I could have told them, but I don't know. I didn't really think about it until we'd departed on the hunt. So, if you can do a turnaround, that'd be great, thank you. But no, you got fucking flinched, of course. You guys can tell very clearly that I'm doing what I can. Didn't have the yep. Waste of a hunt. Waste of a hunt. It's literally a reduced health Diablos. It's easier to break the fucking horns. People! Whatever. It's just, I don't want to be deliberately hunting a Diablos for Majestic Horns. I don't want to do that. So whenever I'm hunting a Diablos, just by chance, I want to be breaking both horns. And it just got real fucking dark. How is one supposed to work with lighting like this? I mean, what the fuck? This is fucking garbage. Anyway. I'm a little bit annoyed by that, but in the end I didn't alert them to the fact that I wanted the horns broken, so I can only blame myself, right? Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't get fuck all in the way of a Diablo's horn, but whatever. That was Riku's last hunt. For goodness sake. Matsuma Gatsuchi. Very well. I don't want to have to whip out a heavy pierce bow gun again, but I think I will be. Ama-chan is also leaving. Okay. 2 slots for random hunts. Current hunt is Matsuma Gatsuchi. Don't open DS4. And don't make that noise. I'm recording system sound. I don't need this deafening Windows 10 tone playing. Okay. I certainly don't require that. I may as well go and collect some honey, seeing as though I've got time to do it. I don't think I'm at risk of having my place in the guild hall stolen by some random person. And it's always lovely to have your room stolen, like your room stolen by random people. Alright. There's some honey. And I'm pretty sure that I still have a decent amount of it in the box. Yeah, it's still, well, wouldn't be appropriate to say 2 stacks. I've technically got 2 spots in my box taken up with honey, but it's not 2 full stacks. But yeah, that should be fine. I might need to reconsider this armor set that I'm using, because the reason why I've only got Attack Up Large, Pierce Up, and Evade Extender is because for some reason Evade Extender is a 15-point skill in this game, and I've got no idea who had the right idea to make Evade Extender a 15-point skill in this game. It was only in this game, and in no other did they decide to do that. So I don't know what is going on with him. we've got someone named Cot in the room. This is not a person who has asked to join, and as far as I'm aware they are not communicating in the Discord channel, which is fine. This is precisely why I post quests in what is called Lobby A. There are 3 different lobbies that you can post quests in. They sort of split up the 24 rooms into 3 sections, so you've got 3 sections of 24. A is the default, therefore that's where you get all the random people. B is where you go if you want a whole lot less random people. And C is where you go if you want, like, random Hunsterverse related bonuses. That is only available to people who are donators, I think. And those who are invited by donators. So, yeah, the reason why I join Lobby A is because if there aren't enough people who are actually communicating in the chat to join my room, at least I can get some random people to fill up spaces. So in this case... Wait, I lost... Who did I lose? I lost Riku and Ama-chan. Yeah. So... We've still got BLK, we've got Cot here. And there's space for one more. Patience is certainly beneficial to all people. Top up that, top up these, not for this hunt obviously, but just for the future. I know there's always going to be that one guy saying, why are you buying whetstones for a bowgun setup, Doomlink? Well, it's not for this quest, it's just a general top up of items in my inventory. Leave me alone. Well, not armor skin, I wanted Psycho Serum. I know this looks like Psycho Serum, but it's not, so try again. Aww. That makes me sad. I suck a tiger crying. That I don't need to see that. Poor thing. We may have to 3-man. I'll give it another 2 minutes. And I'll let them know that. I'm assuming game volume is fine. I guess my only concern is that it's not loud enough, but it should be fine. Yeah. That's what I can hope for. That it is loud enough. That's what I mean. Where is the rest of my beer? Is it this one? No. One moment, I need to find it. This one. Yeah, it's this one. Cool. BLK is basically saying that we don't really need more people than this, and I would agree with that. It's more about getting a group that we can hunt with consistently, just that group of 4 that we can power through quests with. But this is fine. As some of you may have noticed, the Random Hunts command is not as good here as it is in Freedom Unite, although I haven't done a Freedom Unite recording in quite a while. I do miss doing Freedom Unite, admittedly, but there are reasons why I'm not doing that at the moment. I'd say that's 2 minutes, let's get out of here. Which was slightly off key, but that's fine. More than slightly for the first note. Yeah, let's skip that. For a moment I was thinking, do we really want to watch this? And then I realised that I was the one who hadn't skipped. Most likely, and I was correct. Staying out of range of that roar. Oh, that's you, Makan? Or Makoto, I should say. Sorry. Oh, it's... Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. See, I hadn't properly read your name, Makoto. There was another... one of my other viewers, his name is Makan something or other, and it looks kind of similar to Makoto when I don't actually read the name properly. So, yeah. Good to see you in the room. I'm sure we've played together before, it's just I'd forgotten that your name was Cot. C-O-T. As far as ammunition is concerned, I think I should have enough. If I don't, then oh well. You know, it's not even worth shooting normal 1. There is probably this reassurance, or at the very least people who don't gun probably think that gunners have this reassurance that if they do run out of ammo for whatever reason, oh, they've got normal level 1. They'll never run out of ammo. Well, normal level 1 is so bad that you'd almost be better off not shooting anything, because it's so insulting as a shot type that it's something like, I actually don't know, but it feels as if like shooting a whole chamber of normal level 1 might be equivalent to 1 normal shot. Normal level 2, that is. So, yeah, you're almost doing no damage at all. Your DPS is in the toilet because of how weak that shot type is. So, yeah, I'd almost rather stay at camp, to be completely honest. Or just run around and not even shoot the monster, because at least at that point I'm drawing the monster's fire. Or drawing the target. Okay, I'm a bit too close. See, I always hope that I'm not going to regret that decision, but fortunately this team seems pretty aggressive. While Amatsu Megatsuchi is charging up that attack, if the team is not sufficiently aggressive, then I'm in trouble. Any gunner is in trouble. I think Cot is shooting... yeah, dragon bow shots. Well, you don't say bow shots, it's more like dragon arrows, yeah. For good measure, I will farcast. Good flash. I think we are getting through this really quickly. Good team. For sure. If we could get this in under 5 minutes, that'd be pretty fucking good. Oh, that's... oh no, I don't have the ammo. This is bad. This is fucking bad news. I'm so sorry. I wish I could contribute more, it's just that... oh, there we go, thank God. Fucking nice work. Jesus. That's some heavy damage. I think part of that was courtesy of BLK with what appears to be crouch fire pierce shots from the Acantor heavy bowgun, which might require the evaluation of Acantor heavy bowgun versus Diablo's heavy bowgun, because that was really good. That was very good. I'll have to see which one is better. I do know that Diablo's heavy bowgun crouch fires all pierce rounds. Could very well be the case that Acantor heavy bowgun only crouches maybe 1 or 2 types. I'll have a look and see. I'll make some sort of evaluation. What I can say is that Acantor heavy bowgun might have positive affinity. We'll see. Actually, maybe not. No. I think positive affinity is only present with Acantor Blademaster weapons because they already have very low sharpness. So the positive affinity works as a form of balancing, whereas in the case of a weapon that doesn't have sharpness, in other words a gun, I think it would be negative affinity. So let's just have a look. They both have a negative affinity, so we'll see how they compare to one another. I will in the meantime, however... not free, fuck's sake, random hunt. That's random hunt. Roggy in the Canyon. Oh my god. For those who are unfamiliar with Roggy in the Canyon, it's basically you start off fighting this one regular Great Roggy in the Acantor location, and then the Roggy dies and you wait for it to despawn, and when it despawns, 2 Alatreon fly down. So I don't think we want to be doing that. Alright. Let's compare those bowguns. Heavy bowgun. So what have we got? Ukanlos Roar, that's negative 30% affinity with slow reload. Not that big of a deal if we're dealing with, let's not say deal repeatedly. It's not that big of a deal if we are choosing to crouch fire. So it crouch fires... oh. Hello? Doesn't crouch fire shit. Okay, well I guess BLK was not shooting Pierce after all. Maybe it was Dragon Shot. No, it wasn't Dragon Shot. Maybe it was Normal Shot? I don't know, that was strange. I use Evil Solstice Shower for normal shots, which would be much more appropriate for this. I don't know what was being done, but apparently it worked, whatever it was. Oh, I only have 1 of 4 Majestic Horns, not 2 of 4. That sucks. Okay. What the fuck is going on? Why is Pepe the Frog riding a fucking duck? Sometimes I don't understand. I'm assuming we're doing Great Baggy and Lagombi, so I'll organize my Elemental Heavy Bowgun again. You're just gonna have to live with this. Normally I don't use the same loadout time and time again, but... well, I suppose I could alternatively, in fact I will for the next hunt, use Heavy Normal, but... this will have to do for the moment. Okay, what am I doing? If I can find it, it will be Great Baggy and Lagombi. Where are you? There you are. Cool. Put you away. And put you away. I don't know if it's really worth it, but I may as well bring fire herbs. Yep. And I will check to see if I have fire shots in my box. And I seem to indeed have. Oh, just 27. Top them up now. And I should go and eat. Cool. Little in all caps. Okay, I get it. He's little. Leave him alone. I don't know if he would appreciate being called little in such an aggressive way. I suppose it's better than midget or something like that. Midget, dwarf. Vertically challenged. Little is at least fairly gentle. You think it was normal shot? Well, that was a pretty effective normal run. But again, I wouldn't use a Cantor heavy bowgun for that. I would much sooner use the Amatsu heavy bowgun. It is admittedly 30 true raw less, but it is also 25 affinity less. Or 25 affinity more, excuse me. I'm saying less is in regards to the negative affinity, so there's less negative affinity. Oh, okay, that was very convenient. Didn't think we'd need to flash bomb a great baggie, but let's do it. What BLK is doing is what I'd much prefer to be doing right now. But I have to get up heavy bowgun uses, so here I am. That's fine, I don't care. Hit me. Thank you. I don't know why I'm loading. I mean, I recognise that the quest was over. Well, not the quest, but the hunt was over. But reloading wasn't really necessary or helpful, because I will be going into crouch the next time I see a monster, and that will be within the next 10 seconds or something. Oh. Okay, pitfall trap. Can do. Sorry. I don't think you're going to last very long, Macombi, I can feel it. The fact that your ears are still intact is a bit of a shock. I think you're gonna fucking die in a moment. Oh, that's pretty funny. Nicely done. That is level appropriate, that wasn't some low rank quest. Okay. Nicely done. Okay. Hopefully the roulette gives us a better quest next time. I'm hoping. We got what's called a Great Boy Blessing, which is lovely. Got 9 extra Hunsterverse coins, yeah. Apparently I've had this room up for 60 minutes already. How has that happened? Can't believe time has flown in such a way. I almost can't keep track of the time anymore. Before I know it, I'm going to wake up at the age of 80. Not sure if I'm looking forward to that. Can you imagine? Oh. Oh well, it'll happen eventually, but... Let's see what our next hunt will be. Baleful Giganox and Glacial Agnaktor again. I feel like I'm often doing this quest, but whatever. I'm happy to do it because well, I don't actually need to go in here because I already have the appropriate set, and I accidentally went to offline Guildhall. Basically, this is a fun quest to do with this particular bowgun because one of the good things about this bowgun is that it does crouch fire all elements except the dragon. And this quest has Baleful Giganox, who is weak to water, and Glacial Agnaktor, who is weak to fire. So it's a fairly rewarding quest to use this bowgun loadout with. I don't know what it is, not all the time, but sometimes I sit here and look at Portable Third with the same eyes that I looked at it when it came out. There's something about it, as time goes on you look at it in a different way. You almost... It's something to do with experience, it's something to do with familiarity, but things look different over time. But if you have a clear memory of how things were in the past, you can actually revert back to a previous perspective that you had, and when I do that, it's so strange. It's like, yeah, this was the game that I played back then, and I'm still here, still playing it. It's really interesting. Zeruel can get out. Out. And he's gone. Thank you. I don't know if you truly understand what I was saying when I was explaining that, but basically... when you first... It's like, for example, when you first enter a space. Because you're unfamiliar with it, you don't know it inside out, but once you know it inside out and you start to become really familiar with your surroundings, it just takes on another form. Then you can look back at how it appeared when you first saw it, and it was just totally different. And I like doing that sometimes with Portable Third. Because now I feel like I sort of live here. It's all so familiar to me. Whereas when it first came out, it was this amazingly vibrant and new Monster Hunter game. It was a different take on 3rd gen to that of Tri. You know, again, Tri was a very washed out, dark game. But this was so colourful and vibrant and very Japanese, and all of these new 3rd gen aspects had been added into it, and I was really excited by it. And, yeah. It's just as it was back then. Nothing has changed about that game, but what has changed is my experience with it. I've experienced it more. And I guess I've mastered it. In other words, everything that was different about this game to that of Freedom Unite and Tri, which were the two games that I was familiar with at the time, have now been mapped out. I'm now intimately familiar with all those differences, and there's no mystery anymore. And I think that's very fascinating. I should have enough ammunition here. We've got a good team, so... Yeah, sometimes I bring combination materials as a contingency, but I don't think that's necessary. I think we'll be alright. I think they both start in the same fucking area in this quest, and I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but... yeah. Let's dung this guy. This big mother. Ugh. Didn't need that. Stop it. I'm being chased. Whoa! Now, if that Glacial Agnaktor could get the fuck out of here, that would be excellent. I'd be real happy with that. This is one of the few games where I actually have dung bombs on hand all the time. And for good reason. Oh. trying to actually make contact with you. The choice of fire weapon wasn't really the best choice, but at least you're effective against one of the monsters. I don't know if Baleful takes any damage from fire. He might take a little bit, just not all that much. Stop shooting so that I could successfully block that. I'm not too worried about breaking things, I say as I break the head, but I do aim for the weak points. Oh, look at that, just regular thunderballs. I didn't even know that he did that. I knew that he did the paralysis balls like Kezu would, but I didn't know that he shot regular thunderballs like that. Isn't that weird? I mean, I must have known that, but maybe I just didn't pay attention. I love doing that. Is he dead? No, he's not dead. You're not having a good day today, Baleful. You're really not. I think it's time to die. I think you're out of here. Oh no, he's still alive. He's still hanging in there for dear life. Poor thing. Well, no, I don't really empathise with it too much. It's a fucking weird worm leech thing. More leech than worm. Don't know why I said worm. Kill it. Have you died this time? You have. That was like 3 or 4 times I thought it had died. Before it actually died. Well, no, one of the times was, in fact, the time it did die, so there you go. It would be a bit awkward if I thought that it had died like 3 times, and then on the 4th time, when it did actually die, I didn't think so. Although I suppose I would be forgiven for not trusting my eyes or my instincts at that point. Well, I never assumed that it had died before that point. I was just always wondering. Just wondering. Nothing more. Now for Glacial Agnaktor, who may or may not be as smooth a fight as the previous one, because this will be hosted by BLK. I'm assuming. Shut up. Oh, I could have stayed in Crash Fire. Fucking hell. For Glacial Agnaktor, you can actually cause him to... You can flinch him out of his diving, or his digging animation, whereas regular Agnaktor, no. Not as far as I'm aware. At least not in Tri and 3 Ultimate. Why am I reloading? Whatever. I can't fucking shield that. And I don't think Guard Up is compatible with bowgun shields either. That was a balancing decision. And probably a sensible one. I guess he's limping out already? Fucking hell, look at the damage. I like this team. It does make sense that this one died faster because you can see that Cot is only using fire. So he wouldn't have dealt as much damage to the previous monster. But for this one, the team is a little more optimized overall. So that was good. Is that 2 Wyvern Tears? You poor thing. This thing's been crying all day. Thank you for that, Soul Reaper. Very much appreciated. It's going to be a celebration when I'm finally not forced to use a specific weapon type. I'm not accustomed these days to having to use specific weapon types to get up weapon uses, but it's not going to be the case for much longer. Very soon I'll be able to use whatever the bloody hell I feel like using. And I look forward to that. I think this will be my 107th use with this weapon. So we're getting there. Only 5 more to go. Well, 6 technically, but... Anyway. I do forget that it's 113. I did think it was 112, but then when I actually looked... Because 112 is so fucking close to the top. But 113 is actually where it meets the top and doesn't go further. What are we on? Oh! Well, I'm not keeping up with my weapon uses. Turns out that I'm 2 away. Okay, I'll take that. And I'm happy to see that I'm wrong. Quite frankly. Alright, what's our next hunt? Okay. With this opportunity handed to me, I do hope that we can succeed in... I'll use a normal bowgun, yes. I don't think that's going to work too well for breaking these horns, but whatever. Let's just fucking do it. It's probably not going to be very appropriate at all, is it? But whatever. I'd be better off bringing a Krag light bowgun, so... But that would require the combinations of so many shots. I mean, because you can't purchase Krag 2 or 3, so you have to combine for it in the box, and then you have to bring combination materials for it. It is such a waste of time. I don't mind doing it if it's for, like, an Elatrion, but for a Diablo's quest, you've got to be having a laugh, seriously. That is one of the rare occasions when I would actually be very appreciative of an item set. I don't use item sets. I really don't. Like, I've played plenty of 4 Ultimate and Generations Ultimate. I don't really use item sets, but that is a case where I'd like to use one. I'll bring this, though. Normal 2 and normal 3. Normal 3 is pretty good, it just operates a little differently, that's all. Needleberry, that's right, I do need needleberries. Yeah. I need to plant them. I don't know if I can purchase them. If I can purchase them, then great. Like, if I can get them from the granny, or... No, there is no granny, it's the man with the bag. It's a bit of a return to first gen Monster Hunter, because the man with the bag is also the person that you purchase a lot of things from. There are 2 grannies and a man with the bag in first gen. There's quite an abundance of people to purchase things from in that game, or in that generation of Monster Hunter, but here there's, I think, a feline granny and then a man with the bag. There's this really terrible Christmas song, right? Where, and I don't know who it's sung by, it's a fairly well-known one. Like, it would be probably in the top 10 most played Christmas songs, like classic Christmas songs, not as in, you know, going all the way back to the 60s sort of classic, but, you know, it's a very well-known one, sung by some woman who thought that it would be a good idea to make a Christmas song. And it feels as if the entire lyrical theme is predicated on the person she refers to as the man with the bag to refer to Santa Claus. Now, the fact that you are so desperate for your song to be in some way unique that you would rather refer to Santa Claus as the man with the bag, as if he's some nondescript individual who's just walking around with a bag. Like, okay, what's in the bag? Who is the man? She's just saying the man with the bag, and it's literally incorporated into the lyrics, and I'm thinking, what about the man with the bag? What about him? Who the fuck is he? Like, it's just stupid. It's like everyone's waiting for the man with the bag. It sounds like a bit suspect. It's like, okay, who is the bloke? What's he got in the bag? Is it legal? Is this a legal enterprise? Or is this some sort of underground black market of something that is in his bag that we're not supposed to know about? I mean, it's just one of those things where that lack of information, I mean, obviously we know who she's referring to, but it's fucking stupid. What it's all about is just trying not to say Santa Claus because it would be too obvious to call him Santa Claus. It's like, oh yeah, we're not going to call him Santa Claus because everyone calls him Santa Claus in the Christmas songs, but your solution is to call him the man with the bag? That's your solution. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what it means to be completely and utterly devoid of creative talent. That's what it means. That is literally right then and there a perfect example of what it means to actually have no fucking idea. Now, to start with, I wouldn't... And someone would say, oh yeah, okay, Doomlink, well what would be your solution? My solution would be not to make Christmas music, to start with. That would be my first thing that I would do. Because I mean, I wouldn't even want to give you a recommendation as to a better way to refer to him. You could call him Saint Nick, you could call him... there's a few words, I think even Krampus is a type of Santa Claus in a way. There's a lot of them, but, you know, the man with the bag... Anyway, I'll get off that subject. The point is that I refer to the guy who sells you stuff out of a bag in this game as the man with the bag as a very sort of ironic thing. You know, obviously I try to make it sound rather mysterious, but there is a woman who with force will sing about the man with the bag as if... Yeah, okay. Just sell your credibility down the drain, man. For some annual cash at Christmas time. Anyway. And it is topical, because it is December 11th. We are approaching Christmas time, so, you know, it is a topical discussion to be having at this stage. I don't know why BLK insists... Oh, I guess that's why BLK insists on soloing that one, it's because this one's almost dead. This is what you get with a good team. 2 broken horns almost instantaneously and a dead 1 Diablos out of 2 almost instantaneously. I like how I was sitting here worrying about whether or not I needed combination materials. Don't worry about it, you'll be lucky to get through your normal level 2 at this rate. Oh dear. Quite a valiant attempt to get him out of the sand, or her out of the sand, but she is indeed enraged. Put this away. Whoa! Okay, I don't blame you for that one. That came a little bit too quickly, I agree. I may as well hit the tail tip though. Could be a good shot zone. Could be. Yeah, key phrase being, or key word being could. Well, key phrase being could be. Anyway. Whoa. Fortunately, I have a fucking shield on this thing. I shouldn't, but it's not like I can limit break it. So I may as well just put a fucking shield on it, right? The reason why I have a shield on it is because I actually had this bowgun for crouch pellet. So it automatically has a shield attached, but... well, that is, you know, not without, or not with any real intention of using it with this set. It does have one, because it's used with a different set with the shield. Yeah, that's what I have here. So, I don't think there's a way for me to add damage to it by way of an attachment in this game. The limiter removal was, or limiter remover, was present in 4th generation to remove the ability to crouch fire the gun in return for more damage with the gun. Now it's time to Sonic Bomb, please. Thank you. We had plenty of Sonic Bombs being thrown when he was enraged, or she was enraged. But I'm glad to see that there is still Sonic Bombs being thrown at this stage. Thank you for aiming for the face, everyone. I'm very thankful for that. I'm sure even the wings is better to shoot than the face for normal shot damage. I'll take myself over to this shock trap. Oh. Well, I'm not sure if she went that way. Oh, she did. Okay, well, I'm not keeping track of this monster. Clearly. I'm sorry to hear, Makoto, that you have 1,000 uses of longsword and almost nothing for anything else except bow and switch axe. I just naturally use all of the weapon types, but obviously I do have certain preferences, which means that it's not absolutely flat all the time. But there are certain people out there who will have it perfectly flat, like the biggest variation in their uses across all weapons will be something like 10. Like that'll be the maximum variation. I can't do that. I do have a preference for certain weapons, so... there will be maybe 1 or 2 weapons that are 100 above every other. Maybe even 200. But yeah. Soul Reaper is busy shooting something. Good hunt though. I never thought I'd be using fucking Linus emotes. Because I actually know him better than most people do. Not personally, but... yeah. I watched all the old WAN shows back in the early Linus Tech Tips days, and... well, not super early Linus Tech Tips days, more like 2012 to 2013. All the way through to 2015, I guess, and then... I also watched a lot of NCIX Tech Tips before Linus Tech Tips really took off. So, I know him very well, in that sense, but anyway. Let's see what we've got here. A Majestic Horn. Thank you. How about one over here? Yeah! 2. 2 in 1 hunt, I'll fucking take that. Absolutely nothing like the stout horns from Try. Nothing like them at all. I think you had Twisted Horn, Majestic, and then Stout. Stout horns were hellish. Good luck getting those. Alright, One more to go, and we have a flat. I mean, it actually already looks like I've got it flat, doesn't it? But one more to go, and we will actually be flat on the first filter of the guild card. Let's check out what our next quest will be. It shall be, and I will tell you because I realise you can't see, just one sand Barioth. Okay. Happy to do that. I don't mind. Equipment set. Elemental heavy bowgun, and you better fucking believe I'll be using something else after this. You better believe it. Something that you don't usually see, or at least something that you haven't seen recently in Portable Third from me. Is there a double Sand Barioth quest by any chance? I'm happy to do the single, but I wouldn't mind something a little more involved. I don't want to do this one. No, I don't think I want to do that. We could do that. Actually, let's do that. I was about to say Udangurotora. Voldemort. Because I've never seen an epic hunt in this rotation for the random hunt quests. I've never seen them. So, let's do that. So I will need freeze shots for Sand Barioth and also Rangurotora. And I will also bring flaming shots for Barioth. What have I got in here? I'm actually going to swap Needleberry for ice crystals. There we go. I had no memory of whether or not I had bought ice crystals on this character, and that's only because I have so many fucking characters in the Monster Hunter series, but yeah, I knew that a past me would have done it. If they were available to purchase, I would have done it, and I did it, so there you go. Who stole BLK's spot? 7. I'm gonna let 7 know. Oh, I can't ping the dick! I absolutely hate people who have custom fucking characters for their name, and I can't ping them. I'm just gonna kick him, I don't care. At this stage, see my Google, let's make sure, vote to kick. He's someone who actually participates in the chat, but I'm gonna kick him because I can't ping him and ask him to leave. I don't care. Godly 7. I don't give a shit. It's just ridiculous. Like, if I can scroll up and find something that he said to then copy and paste to ping him, then I'm happy to do that, but I tried and I couldn't find a message that he had sent, so there you go. I can only do so much. He's only timed out for like 2 minutes, so he'll be alright. If you can't wait 2 minutes to join another hall, then that's where my sympathy and empathy ends. Oh. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm not sure how the hosting works. In fact, I don't even know how the spawning works. My guess is that it's one at a time. If it's as many as 3, then it'll probably be one at a time. Which means it should start with Baroth in Area 6. Don't go that way, what the fuck? That's not quite where I wanted to go. Haven't fought Baroth in a while, actually. I definitely wanted to do this quest instead of just a single Sand Barioth, because that would have been really boring. I've done so much Sand Barioth between this recording and the last one that I did in 3 Ultimates, so... yeah, we're definitely doing... What do you... oh, I thought I had actually shielded that, but I didn't. But yeah, just trying to prevent too much monotony here. Hello. I'm carving you. Oh, that's right. It's a triple quest. Well, I've got rations, so it's always nice. Or precisely 1 ration, I believe, is what I've been given. Oh, wow, that's not actually enough to flinch me out of this position, which is a shock. Okay, well, I'll just stay crouched. I'm perfectly fine to be in that position. Oh no, he's doing the thing where he turns around for ages. I shouldn't have to follow you for that long. That's just ridiculous. I say turns around, but he was walking around. He was definitely doing a lot of turning, but... as far as moving around, he was walking in a circular motion. Oh. And he's dead. Didn't even need all of my flaming shots. What I'll do is I'll shoot 30 freeze shots on Volvidon. And then I'll combine up to 60. Oh, that's right. Don't need any of that. And, yeah, I'll use normal for the rest of that. But even having said that, I think 30 freeze shots will be almost plenty for Mr. Rangurotora. Assuming I'm remembering his name correctly in Japanese. There was a time, and again this was when the game came out, when we just didn't know what the English names were, so we just used the Japanese ones, obviously. It was my first experience having to do that. The only time that I didn't have to use the English names was when, well, essentially before Freedom Unite came out, there were certain monsters that still didn't have English translations. One of those was Naruga Kuruga. So Naruga Kuruga was pretty much referred to in that way. People called him Naruga Kuga, actually. They realized that Kuruga was more like Cougar, so they just called him Naruga Kuga. And that was fine, but... yeah. That was my first introduction to some sort of discrepancy between what people said and what ended up being in the game, officially. Oh, you poor bastard, you're not going to last long at all. He's already got a broken back. You can see the... oh. Well, fuck. You poor bastard. I almost feel sorry for you. Almost. What? Oh, there's an invading monster. Unless Sandbarrioth and Volvidon spawned at the same time, which is certainly possible. Let's see. Is it an invading monster? Goodness me. It... What the fuck? I was deeply confused in that moment. I was like, no, we definitely just killed one. Turns out that the invading monster is, in fact, a Volvidon. So it's 4 monsters. But I'm assuming... Wait, this is question for... No, this is actually a required monster. I can't believe it. Whatever. Get the fuck out of here. No, you're out of here. You're off the island. You're dead. Alright. Let's combine now. Hello? Do I not have huskberries? What's going on? Huskberry and ice crystal doesn't make freeze S? What? What is it in this game? What is it? What the fuck? What is going on? That's what it was in every game except this one. I'm very confused. Because I'm telling you, that's what it was in 2nd gen, 4th gen, and also in 3 Ultimate, and as I recall, Try. So, what the fuck is going on? Of course it wasn't like that in 1st gen because there was no ice element in 1st gen, but fuck. That's very odd. Whatever, I'll have to settle for 24 freeze shots, which should be fine. We've got a good team, so... I think we can survive that. There you go. Knew that was coming. I'm actually quite shocked that I managed to shield that. Thought I was in the middle of shooting, which would ultimately prevent my shielding of the attack. Oh no, don't launch me into the fucking... Oh god. They're very lenient in this game, as you can tell. I don't think 3 Ultimate's that lenient with that tornado. I love it when he tries to jump on it and disappears. He must be so disappointed when that happens. That's hilarious. Okay. The good thing is that normal shots are very effective with this gun because this thing is quite high in the raw department. I mean, look at this, 272. That's true raw in a high rank game. That's a lot. So, and with 10% affinity, so this is perfectly appropriate for physical damage. These guys seem to be a little bit too aggressive. I don't know. It's good that they're pursuing. Okay, how many was that? That felt like 4 flash bombs. Could have been 3, but it felt like 4. Bloody hell. I've never seen such an angry and pursuant team. Okay. Nicely done, though. Now, I'm actually... No, I never thought I'd say this. I'm hoping for another Diablos in the random hunts list. I want that to come up again. because I'd like that last majestic horn. Tell you what though, good old stout makes the day worth it. I'm not really anticipating anything special from this quest, but I will take everything, because I do have space in this game. Which I'm always happy to see. Alrighty. What's next on the agenda? Giganox and Barioth, which I'm fine with. Oh dear. So what the fuck is freeze shot in this game? What is it? Huskberry and Snow Herb. You know what? I appreciate that. I do appreciate that, Capcom, because it is easier to get Snow Herbs than it is to get Ice Crystals, but... Oh no, I do have a lot of Snow Herbs, okay. You know what would have happened? I would have bought all of those Ice Crystals thinking that that was needed for Ice Shots, but it's actually Snow Herbs in this game, okay. Very well. Fucking hell. I guess Capcom's positive intentions backfired on them. That was my last hunt for Heavy Bowgun. We now officially have a flat weapon usage list for the 100 usage filter. And I think I will now use... What would I like to use? What would be fun? How about Gunlance? Let's use some Gunlance. Yeah. A fire Gunlance. G-Lance. Feels like it's been a while. Hasn't been that long. I haven't been purely dedicated to specific weapon types for much more than maybe 30 hours in the game. But it still feels like a while. I'd say it'd be in this list. Almost certainly. Hello? Where is it? Giganox and Barioth, where are you? Oh, don't tell me it's one of those fucking hot spring quests again. Is it? It sure is, and it's a fucking low rank one. Damn it. I really hate that they include this in the list. Oh, come on. No, we're not doing Sand Barioth. Stop this. How much fucking... Purple Ludroth? Okay. This works out well for the reason that these monsters are obviously weak to the same element as Giganox and Barioth, so thank God for that. This isn't going to be too disruptive to the setup of the team. Hopefully they've kept up to date with what's been said in the chat, but yeah. I'll remove this stuff. Don't put that away. What are you doing? If there were ever a quest, it would indeed be this one. Fuck me. I need some mega potions. Let me buy a stack of regular potions to the box, and then I will combine 99 mega potions now. Provided they are willing to wait for me to do so, which they are. It's a bit boring, I know. Don't you love the sparkly effects that appear on the screen when I combine something? So very PSP. There you go, that's nice. I like that. And then you've got some people who just use Elatrion weapons irrespective of the elemental weakness of the monster. Okay. I apparently forgot to sit in the water. In the hot spring. Very well. Oh, what am I doing? I am going this way. Feels good to use gun lance again. It feels good to use something that's not a heavy bow gun, lance. I mean, you know, basically the stuff that I was focused on before. The best timing is to kill this one just as the purple Ludroth is entering this area, because that way you don't even have to take the time to leave the area. I am also, by the way, in the mood to do some bamboo gun lancing. Just FYI. This one's gonna die in a moment. Such heavy damage. Good night. May as well get a shiny. I'd be crying too if I were on the receiving end of something like that. What an onslaught. Regular carbs, right? I think so. Look, it's very strange to fight a Ludroth and not carve, because you can at least get dash extract. You can never have too much dash extract unless you've really spent an inordinate amount of time fighting Ludroth monsters. BLK is doing the BLK special, which is trapping the monster when only one person is there to take advantage of said trap, but fortunately the monster's not in the trap. He is now, though. Oh. I thought the Wyvern Fire had recharged. It sort of looks like it has. It has! How strange is that? I swear to God it had recharged even when I last looked. Whatever. In other words, I attempted it and it failed, so... it could only mean that it wasn't charged. Why would you do an elemental burst against a monster that's not weak to dragon? Why would you do that? I don't know. Just stick to... I mean, I just don't understand. Like, that in particular, like, an element file switch axe is obviously focused on elemental damage. I don't know. Whatever. I've said it before, but I just never would have expected to see a repeat of the try strategy, which is to use Elatrion and Deviljho weapons against everything, regardless of its elemental weakness. But here it is, in the Portable Third community. Ah. There is obviously this part of me that wants to put sharpness +1 on all of my armor sets so that I don't ever have to deal with being stuck in green sharpness, but it's a high rank game, I can live with it, I think. I haven't played too many high rank games, okay? The only other high rank game that I've put any amount of time in has been Try. And that really wasn't the same as this, because that had purple sharpness. That was one of the... In fact, that was the only high rank game that had purple sharpness, and the reason why was because purple sharpness was only introduced in Freedom Unite. Capcom hadn't established in their own minds whether or not they wanted purple sharpness to be a G-rank only thing. But they quite appropriately established that to be so once they saw how broken purple sharpness was as a multiplier in high rank. So, yeah, even in G rank it's really freaking strong, so... In other words... Oh, hello tech. But yeah, the reality is that green sharpness is fine in high rank as far as I'm concerned. At least I think so. It doesn't feel all that good, but I can live with it. Okay. Let's get another quest on the go. Durambros and Zenoga. Something a little different from the norm, although I have certainly done this before. What would I like to use? How about a Matsuma Gatsuchi light bowgun? I think I'd like that. Finally a chance to return to elemental light bowgun. Here she is, everyone. Now critical eye +2 I fully recognise is not really applicable to this set. It's only if I'm going to start shooting normal shots after having run out of elemental shots, because there's no real benefit to having increased affinity with a shot that's mostly focused on elemental damage. It's technically going to increase damage, but it's going to be boosting a very small amount of physical damage that is dealt by elemental shots. So I realise it's not amazing, but I mean, I could always remake the set, I'm always happy to do that, but for now this is fine. Leave me alone. You couldn't get increased elemental damage from crits until elemental crit was added into the game in 4th generation. I'm basically not wearing pants with this armor set, and it is not by design. It just happens to be what I'm using for this. Durambros and Zenoga. Wherever that is. Could it possibly be a hot spring quest? I think it is. You know, drink, hot spring, whatever. If it's fucking high rank, I'm gonna lose my... or low rank, sorry. It is, it's fucking low rank, look at this! HR3 up, oh my god. I can't believe this. Oh, can we please... oh my god, what is this? I don't think I need this in my life. I actually really don't need that in my life right now. Okay, here we go again. Not again! I got purple Ludroth again. And I'm on command cooldown. 3 consecutive Argnoctor. Is it high rank? Is there such a thing as a fucking... Yes, there is such a thing as a high rank drink quest. But this is not one of them. Zenoga. Okay, just one Zenoga on its own? I can live with that. Fine. Let's do it. God. Why is it so damn hard to do anything? Hello, Soyesi Wei. I don't even know how to say your name, but welcome. What would be a fun ice weapon to use? How about, let's go dual blades. I don't go dual blades enough, do I? I certainly don't. Not in this game, anyway. Dual blades is fun in Portable Third. So let's do it. There's something about it. It feels really fluid and comfortable. I'm not sure what it is. It may very well be exactly the same as 3 Ultimate and I'm just romanticizing some past memory of experiencing dual blades for the first time in Portable Third, but... yeah. It's good fun. Zenoga. Single Zenoga. And I would rather do single because I don't want some dodgy blue player to host. I'd like to avoid that if I can. Okay. What if Feline Dancer increases Demon Dance damage? Ever thought of that? Well, I just thought of it. Could it possibly be true? No. Of course not. Well, what I can do is I can actually check the description of it now. Let's check. Oh, I didn't get it. That makes it harder. Which monster are you going to marry? Says Soyesewe. Which monster am I going to marry? Huh. Well, the implication of this is that I am going to, no matter what, marry a monster. Like, there's no choice here. In fact, I have already made the decision that I'm going to marry a monster. It's just a question now of which one. So based on that, if I had to choose... I guess Kirin? Yeah, it would have to be Kirin, wouldn't it? For fairly obvious reasons. But no, I seek not to marry any monsters. Unless you're talking about which monster am I going to attach myself to? In other words, which one am I going to master? I don't know if you're using marry in the romantic sense. I really don't know these things. It's so damn windy outside. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, have fun with that tech. So at this stage we are waiting for BLK to finish doing something. What did BLK say? He said something. He said, like, I'll try to be back in a moment. I'm gonna grab some food. I'll join as soon as possible. Well... yeah, I don't know how soon that is. That's the problem. And BLK is back, which is good. Of course, one of the issues with Zinogre being chosen here is that everyone does Zinogre over and over and over again. You know how I don't want to do Brachydios anymore in 3 Ultimate? Well, most people feel that way about Zinogre, because Zinogre is in high demand, particularly for people who are just coming into high rank, because all of the good thunder weapons in this game are Zinogre. Like, your best thunder weapon for all weapon types is Zinogre in Portable Third. Understandably, because he is the flagship. So, yeah, you'll be doing a lot of Zinogre. In some cases, his weapons are so good that you don't even need the primary weakness to be Thunder in order for that to be the best choice of weapon. So for example, regarding Silver Rathalos, even though his primary weakness is Water, because his secondary is Thunder, Zinogre weapons end up being generally better to use with him because of how strong those weapons are. And I don't really like that, but unfortunately, unless you're using a Glacial Archnoctowl weapon, like if you're having to use a Ludroth weapon to get water damage, you're not going to compete with a Zinogre weapon. Glacial Archnoctowl? Maybe. But you've almost got no chance with Ludroth, unfortunately. I'm going to see if there is a 4th person who wants to join. If not, then we'll just depart with 3. I'll just be patient. What other rooms are here? What is Amachan even doing? Oh, fucking puppy fight. Oh my god, look how many rooms there are. Holy shit, what is that? 2, 4. There's 6 rooms in this bloody game right now. That's nuts. It's too many damn people. I'm lucky to have 3 people here. I think I'll cut my losses and just depart now. Shit. Alright, let's get out of here. The people who want to do puppy fight are really aggressively advertising their room too. Zinogre. I'm going to guess that this is the faster way to go. In fact, I think I'm quite correct in assuming that. Well, thank you, Soyesa. Oh, that's what you meant by marrying. Which monster is... Okay, so Soyesa asked me, which monster are you going to marry? I had thought that maybe it was the Japanese implication, which is, which monster am I going to choose to master? The Japanese hunters select one monster that they master. Like, whichever monster is, you know, likely to be their favorite, and then they keep hunting that same monster over and over and over again until they absolutely master it to the extent where they can get the best possible times with that monster. That was the meaning of his question. Knowing that he's a Japanese viewer, that makes a whole lot more sense. I wish he would have said so sooner. Because there's a bit of a different implication outside of Japan as to which monster I'm going to marry. Yeah, something that I really like about dual blades in this game is the charge bar for dual blades. It's almost the same thickness as the sharpness gauge, and I really like that. I'm not sure what it is, but it's just really cool. So now Zenoga is at the first of 2 levels of charge, which means that the next time that he wants to charge himself up, he will actually enter full charge, because he actually pulled some of the electricity out of the shock trap in order to get him to second charge level, which is pretty cool. I like that. I think that's a really good implementation. As you can see, he only did 1 purposeful charge, and in so doing he reached full charge level because of the shock trap. Ow. I don't know, Makoto. Is Thunder the primary weakness of Silver Rathalos? I wouldn't say so. If it is, then it would only be in this game. Or perhaps in the older games, the ones before this one, but definitely for, at least as of 3 Ultimate, it was water as the primary weakness, and I will check that now. Well, not now, as in literally now, but I will check after this hunt. Ow. What are you shooting? Oh, raw? Okay. As you do. Oh, I'm not on the right side. There you go. Excuse me. I'm aiming for the tail a little bit, but I don't have to cut it. It's not required. I just like being able to hunt in Area 5 without slowdown, which is kind of what you have to live with in 3 Ultimate. I think the Azarus actually flinched him there. That's what it looked like. Oh. This could be our opportunity to cut that tail. There you go. I had a feeling that it was about time. After all that attacking, it was definitely about time. And he's limping towards Area 9, which is definitely something that happens, but it's strange to see, all the same. I think I do have Sharpness +1 here, don't I? Yeah, I do. There aren't so many weapons, and I certainly wouldn't expect Lagombi to be one of the weapons that you can actually get to White Sharpness without Sharpness +1, so I just assumed that I would have had it on this set. Marathon Runner is a very appropriate skill to have for Dual Blades, which is why this is specific to the Dual Blades weapon type, this particular armor set. Still managed to get hit by that, sadly. Oh, we've got a warning, actually. I wonder what it is. If it's Ludroth, we'll do it. Why the hell not? Could also be Raytheon. Ludroth or Raytheon, I'm assuming. Seems that BLK doesn't know. BLK plays more Portable Third than I do, so if he is unsure, then that's fine. But I'd like to do the warning. We'll find out what it is. Actually, I'll go and carve that tail over there. How about we kill that Arzuros? Seeing as though I've already pissed him off. I don't think Arzuros will take long to die. BLK's using a bow, so he doesn't have to worry about running out of ammo or anything. So we should be fine. As you can see, the time limit is reset. Upon the resetting of the time limit, the next monster will spawn. Looks like BLK doesn't actually want to fight Arzuros, but that's fine. It shouldn't take long to kill this one. And he's already limping, as you can see. Case in point. And... oh, no, I thought that was him dying. I guess he might be partially weak to ice. I didn't think so. I thought he was mostly weak to fire. But nice work with the flash bombing. And he's dead. Very nicely done. And I'm really enjoying my speed sharpening with this set. I'm not used to it. What? I think I might have to Psycho Serum here. Hopefully at that point... oh, what is it? Raytheon? It's Rathalos, okay. Sadly it's not second generation, so he's not going to take too much damage from ice, but fine. I can live with this. You get the fuck away from me. So BLK doesn't have to worry about being... how do I say? Well, ineffectual, because he is not relying on elemental damage here. Cot and I, however, are dealing ice damage, which is not going to be too great for Rathalos. Ice might still do something in the way of damage. Maybe a tertiary weakness. Yeah, the roar is... yeah, the roar will actually indicate the monster that it is, but I'm not really listening to the game properly. I've got like one earphone in and it's pretty quiet. As you can see, the theme that's playing is actually different for a warning monster. I'm sure BLK is appreciative that we are willing to do the warning monster. Because, you know, he's played a lot of the game, he probably just doesn't want to do a standard single Zinogre hunt and then be done with it. He'd get more fun out of actually hunting this thing. This is a theme song unique to Portable Third, and is specific to monsters that appear during a warning, although I'm assuming that if Deviljho is the warning monster, you'll get the Deviljho thing. I don't have to worry about sharpness so much. Whenever I feel like I need to sharpen up, I can do that. Without any real penalty. come on, what a shame. Oh, that's right, I don't have high grade earplugs on this. I remember that I used to have a dual blade set in Generations Ultimate that didn't have high grade earplugs, and then I switched to high grade earplugs, and I was so happy to have that. But that's not the case in this game. I still don't have a set with high grade earplugs, so here I am sort of half expecting to have it. Or maybe fully expecting to have it, and then I don't have it, and that's giving rise to this almost sad realization that I have to just sit here in place and wait for him to stop roaring. Good hunt though. We got 3 monsters killed in what is actually a single monster hunt. That Aptonoth does not want to be carved. A Rathalos Ruby! Fuck, I screenshotted successfully. I'll take it, fuck. I'll fucking take it. So that was a special quest clear, I think it said. Oh, I've got a Rathalos plate out of that as well. You can see it's called Intrusion here, as opposed to Invasion. Invasion is, well, I don't know if it's ever officially called Invasion. I think Invasion has always been the word used, I suppose, colloquially in the community, but maybe it's officially called Intrusion. I actually am hesitant to say it's official because this is an unofficial translation, but yeah. We got the main quest done in 6 minutes and 7 seconds, and the intrusion was done in 4 minutes and 23 seconds, which is funny considering that Rathalos and Zinogre are about equal in terms of difficulty, yet we were fighting Rathalos with inappropriate elemental weaponry, and we were fighting Zinogre with appropriate elemental weaponry. Which is weird, but whatever. Don't know what led to the faster killing of the Rathalos, unless he doesn't have full health or something, but... We've got a hunter named Monodevil, which is indeed the name of the Monoblos armor in 1st and 2nd gen. Do a random hunt here, 2 Great Jaggy. Tired of shit. Fucking hell. Great Roggy. This is absolute garbage, what the fuck. I don't want to be spamming the channel with random hunt commands because I keep getting absolute shit for the random hunt. Anyway. I'll take what I can get at this point. So, Roggy and Volvidon are both weak to ice. I will find something fun to use. Let's go Sword and Shield. Oh, Sword and Shield in Portable Third? Where have you been all my life? Oh my god, it feels like it's been so long since I've used you. And I'm ready. What would I like to bring? You is what I'll bring. Sword and Shield. Hold on. What's my Ice Sword? I don't even remember my Ice Sword and Shield. Nadabosh? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Look at that. That's straight up try Sword and Shield right there. Same name, same weapon design. I'll take it. Roggy and Volvidon. Where are you? Apparently in this list, for some reason. There you are. Oh, now some random person named Dash has joined the room. I'll remove them. That Monodevil guy, he can stay, I don't mind, but that Lusaka person, good night. You're out. You joined too late. Okay. Raw switch axe are ill. I would say that any switch axe is ill, quite frankly. That is how I would amend that statement. Have I sat in the water? I've not sat in the water and I've not consumed a beverage, so I will do that now and as swiftly as I am physically able. Managed to get Exchanger, although it is used differently in this game. It gives you more points for something, not relating to HRP obviously, because there is no HRP in this game. Maybe more guild points that add to your guild card. I don't fucking know. Something like that. I think Accountant is for the points that you would use for the village. So yeah. I love this volcano area. Do you realize how fucking dangerous it is to be this close to lava shooting out of the pit of a volcano? I don't think that was necessary. I think that might have been a little dramatic. Unless, oh no, he still can't see us. I'm gonna ping here just so the Cot knows that we're fighting the Roggy first. I'm kind of shocked. Oh, I see. So Cot actually entered the area outside the... Oh no. No, Cot did not enter the area outside the influence of the smoke bomb. Are you going to drop another one? Yes, you are. Good on you. Okay, Mono Devil, nice work. I have respect for you with that one. I was not expecting that to be in any way helpful or necessary. It may not even be necessary, but certainly helpful, I will say. Yeah. For a moment it did look as if Cot had actually alerted the Rangurotora to our presence, but that was not the case. Get the fuck out of here. What was the flash bomb attempt for? Are you trying to flash bomb his asshole? He doesn't have eyes in his ass. I mean, I realise that you've very clearly lodged your intention to prevent the monster from continuing further, but I don't think that required the wasting of a flash bomb in so doing. I think you could have maybe just quietly hoped that it would work. I don't know. There are no eyes in the asshole of the monster. At least not as far as I'm aware. If you were, for whatever reason, wanting to find out if there were some secret eyes in the asshole of the monster, you can try throwing a flash bomb in the opposite direction to that of its face. And then you'll find out. Mono Devil chose to take the opposite route, which may or may not be faster. Let's find out. Oh, that's a perfectly sound direction to take. And I understand why he took that route. It's because you actually have to travel more distance than you would first assume when taking the route that I took, because there's this elongated part of the area that you have to traverse before getting here, whereas it's actually quite fast from the direction that Mono Devil took, and that was actually rather well measured. And I will say that I'm having so much fun with Sword and Shield right now that I'm just going to go Sword and Shield for the next few hunts. I'm in a real Sword and Shield mood now. Oh, that tongue. Cannot compete against that tongue. Oh, Sword and Shield. Where were you all my life? What the fuck? You feel so good. Sword and Shield is just this... Sword and Shield is like home. It's where I'm most comfortable in 3rd gen. I also love Greatsword. I love Greatsword with a passion. But Sword and Shield is another thing. Isn't it interesting that I love the two extremes of mobility? The least mobile and the most mobile? It's because they're the most enjoyable to use. For that very reason. What the fuck? This guy has actually escaped our clutches of death. I can't believe it. Colour me shocked. Just don't kill him out of the calm zone. Well, he should still be in the calm zone. Yeah. Nicely done. Alright, what's that next time? Devil Joe, there you go. Although, no, I won't use Sword and Shield for Devil Joe. As much as I love Sword and Shield, Devil Joe's not an appropriate monster to use that weapon with. I ended up getting 2 bird wyvern gems, which I'm happy to get. Compared to regular wyvern gems, I don't have as many, so I'm happy to have them. I'll take them. Alright. I'll find something that I would like to use. Maybe Greatsword. I think Greatsword is in order at this stage. I think that would be a good choice. I'm in a Greatsword mood today. And I will use... Elatrion Revolution. Not that. Fuck. Have you not been sorted? You haven't been sorted. Unbelievable, really. Okay. I feel like I've graduated from the Anguish Greatsword. It's fine with Sharpness +1, but I actually don't really like my Sharpness +1 Greatsword set. It's fine, there's nothing really wrong with it necessarily, it's just... By the way, we're doing King of Phagocytosis because I have a real thing about fighting Devil Joe in the deserted island. I don't know what it is, but it feels quite novel. Back in Tri, you could only ever do that if you were fighting Kurapeko in that locale, and he summoned Devil Joe, which I don't even remember happening, to be completely honest. In the 2,300 hours of playing Tri, I don't really remember that happening. And then again, you could only have that happen, as in fight a Deviljho in the deserted island, if you were doing the World Eater hunt. And that wasn't quite a standard Deviljho. That was far removed from that of a standard Deviljho. There is actually a custom quest in Hunsterverse that is World Eater. It is the same size as World Eater, so you can do it if you want, but I wouldn't recommend saving after doing it, because obviously you can't find a Deviljho of that size ordinarily in Portable Third, so it's not a good idea. But it has been sanctioned by Hunsterverse, so you can do it. So yeah, if you never got the chance to play Tri and do those event quests, you can do World Eater in this game. Oh god, what's this about? The team is back again. I somewhat recently, and by somewhat recently I mean within the last 2 years, which is quite recent as far as Portable Third is concerned. Like, I've been playing Portable Third since it came out, which was like 11 years ago, what the fuck. But about 2 years ago, I realised that shooting rapid shot on a Deviljho is really fun. Aiming for the face of a Deviljho with rapid shot is actually a really fun way to fight him. With a bow, that is to say, obviously. I say rapid shot because apparently I have this compulsion to refer to arrows as shots. I don't know what that's about, but yeah. As far as... yeah, I referred to phagocytosis before. My understanding of the word... oh hey, Arexion. My understanding of the word is that it refers to indulgence as it appertains to the consumption of food. That's as far as I'm familiar with the word. Okay, we've got a paralysis meat down, which is nice. Oh yeah, hunts are going well. I will readily recognise that the last time you... oh, we've got a sleep meat. The last time you were here, I was having a very bad time with hunts for a number of reasons. Please don't fuck up the sleep, thank you. I will handle the detonation if the team would not mind. Don't do that, BLK, that is a fucking stupid idea. Don't drop a fucking small barrel bomb and have that be the wake up. As much as you've played Portable Third, I would hope that you would at least realise that the initial explosion will indeed be the multiplier, not the fucking... oh, okay, wasn't really anticipating that, but sure. I'm glad I'm taking charge of the detonation, and not leaving it to BLK, honestly. Whoa! Whoa, come on. Almost rolled through it. Yeah, Portable Third just works. I can hunt with people fairly consistently in it, and it just works. Oh. That is the face broken already. How am I continuously missing my strikes? I'm not impressed. Don't you love the sound of an Elatrion weapon being swung? Particularly the greatsword. I love it. They did a very good job with that. Are you limping already? You are fucking limping already, you poor bastard. You poor bastard. This is what it means to contend with a team that knows what it's doing. How did you end up over there already? Can somebody explain this to me? How is that possible? How? He teleported there. There's no other explanation. Literally no other explanation. That's ridiculous. Good night. Fucking hell. That was really well done. That was really well done. Oh my god. King of Phagocytosis? I don't think so. Got a Double Joe gem. I'm not going to screenshot that. It's not that exciting. I mean, yeah, it is a high rank game and I just got a gem, but no one really wants Double Joe gems. They're not in high demand. If you got a Jasper or if you got a Rathalos Ruby, screenshot that and send it in the chat and people will be... they will covet your acquisition like nothing else. But a Double Joe gem, people just be like, okay, cool. And thank you for the resub, by the way, Arexian. You've been subscribed for 8 months. Good on you. For as long as I've been accepting subscriptions, really. I forgot to check the time! Fuck! Supposed to check... oh. See, one of the problems with Twitch is that I can't seek backwards through the stream, or at least... I did hear something about them re-implementing that functionality, but I don't think it's been implemented yet. Can I do that? No. I cannot. Okay. Fuck you too, Twitch. One day you will be a decent streaming platform as opposed to a shit one that happens to be better than YouTube. Okay. Double Joe gem, put that away. I say one day, but it is asking a lot, and I fully agree. I got a VE silver ticket out of that. That was a good Double Joe hunt there. Yeah, let's do Puppy. We're fucking doing it. I don't mind. I'll bring bamboo, I don't give a fuck. Bamboo! It is indeed an armor set, specifically designed to be used in conjunction with bamboo. How this stick of bamboo became a gun lance, I don't know. I don't know who engineered this thing, but they did a good job. Don't open low rank quests, please. But yes, I have done Puppy Fight on camera before. It is a Hunsterverse custom quest that takes place in the Amatsu Magatsuchi arena, and it is a Cantor and Ukanlos at the same time. It's a bit of a mess, but it can be done, and as long as you've got a good team, it's actually pretty easy. Don't put that away! I know you're so terribly tempted to handicap yourself, Doomlink, but I'll ask you to desist. for your own benefit. Ugh. Bloody hell. I'll tell you what, not needing my laptop to monitor chats is the best thing in the world. I've got so much space. I've got like 2 beer bottles, a bottle opener, I've got a mouse sitting on it, and I can also leave my glass on it. It's perfect. What's going on? What is that loud ass fucking music? What is that? Some loud ass fucking music in the background. Fucking inconsiderate. It's 4 in the afternoon! It's like living under a nightclub. I'll just try to ignore it. Fucking loud ass music. Fuck off. Turn it down. What a jerk. I just have to raise the volume of the damn game or something. How about this? Yeah. Listen to the sound of the audible third music. If I were to keep the game at this volume during the hunt, I'll tell you what, it would be a shit show. It would be so fucking loud, it would be hitting the red. Because one of the problems with Monster Hunter is that it has a lot of dynamics. It's very quiet outside of a hunt, but once you get in a hunt, you better believe it's loud. Oh my god, we've got a sniper. Okay. Well, I'm going to remove you at once. That's what I'll do. Vote to kick. I can't even kick this person. Oh my... Oh no, they left on their own. Okay. Fair enough. Thank God for that. What I will actually do before going is I will take a trip to the bathroom. Okay. I'll be back in about 2 minutes. I am back. I would really rather not have to settle for 3 people here. Who was the 4th that we had? Wasn't it? One of the issues with Portable Third is that I don't think I can actually check the history of people's movement in and out of the hall like you can do in pretty much every game preceding it. So, I've actually got no idea. Player info, no. Okay, I've actually got the balls to not include... They've got the balls, these people. The temerity of these motherfuckers. They've got... They actually are willing to reduce the functionality of the game and to give us an empty slot in the fucking menu screen. Guys, there's an empty slot in the menu screen when we've got 2 pages. What do we fill it with? How about the option you've had in every game prior to this one? No, let's not do that. No, that doesn't sound like a good idea. No. The option being to check the movement of people coming in and out of the room. But no, that's too logical, isn't it? It's too much of a good idea. Fuck me sideways, anyway. I'm gonna try and get a 4th person into this room. What the hell is that? What is that thing dancing? Yeah, get Dub in here, I don't care, as long as he... I'll come for Puppy, okay. Well... If you'd like to come, but with the alternate spelling, I'm happy for you to do that. My phone turned into a bomb. Gonna make a slightly outdated joke. Or was it the S8? I can't remember now. But the point is that I seem to remember that the S7 was exploding. How did he know? But yeah, seriously. I seem to remember that that phone particularly had that issue. Might have been the S6. I don't know. I had an S7 Edge which seemed to have narrowly avoided the risk of it turning into an explosive device. But, yeah. In fact, the S7 Edge was my first venture outside of the Apple ecosystem, of which I was never truly a part, but I did use iPhones prior to that point. Source key. I don't know who the fuck this is, but that's going to be our 4th hunter, okay? I'm not going to sit here trying to organise a hunt for ages. Ugh. Source key with a Cantor Decimator and Artillery King. There you go, that's how you enunciate these things. Hello. Join quest. Okay. Right back at you, man. The level of discussion in the Portable Third chat right now has, I guess, lowered itself to its typical level. Dub has put forth a request for BLK to suck him and vice versa. Suck, of course, referring to fellatio. And the conversation is progressing in that manner. source key has returned. Hopefully with whatever set he would like to use for puppy fight. That is not an appropriate choice, although I suppose... Look, it's fine for a Cantor, but I don't know about Ukanos, but I guess you can get away with it because Zenoga weapons are just so damn strong, so fine. I'm Mr. Bamboo, the Bamboo Man. And, yeah. All of that good fun. Come on, source key. Let's get moving. Of course, I realise the joke that his name is. It's just that I would hope that it's so obvious that it doesn't need to be outlined for the benefit of my dear viewing audience. Can you believe that Naruto is now becoming a niche? Bleach has also become that, but it might return to the mainstream soon, because there is more Bleach stuff coming. But I don't know about that. I mean, what about the new generation of people who haven't seen any Bleach? What about those people? They're not going to suddenly watch this continuation of Bleach. It's still going to be, in my opinion, this slight mainstream exposure for what has now become essentially a niche interest. It's just a funny thought. I mean, these things do eventually have to shift into a space outside of the mainstream, but there was a time when, you know, it was basically the big three. You had One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. And, of course, the advent of Lucky Star in 2007 was such that some people had the audacity to refer to Lucky Star as the big four, as being the fourth within what was previously referred to as the big three. Oh, fuck. Look, when Lucky Star came out, I didn't like it, but a few years later I watched it and I was like, hey, this is actually great. What was wrong with me? But the people who liked it at the time... Oh. Okay, thank you. Anyway, the people who liked it at the time really did not advertise it well. Are you kidding me? Since when have you had a roar that will flinch me in place? I guess since always. Who the fuck is hosting you? That needs to stop. Ow. Anyway. When I say since when have you had a roar that flinches me in place, I mean one that doesn't hurt me. He was just standing there yelling, which is very unusual. What I do hope for... Oh, that's right, we start with the Cantor, don't we? I think we start with the Cantor, let's do that. I'm happy to do that. Ow. This hasn't been a good start, I don't think. One issue that I'm having right now is this ice blight. One of the good things about this quest, I think, is that they do actually hurt themselves. Sorry, Source Key, you've ended up in my line of fire. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. But yeah, I think they do end up hurting each other with their attacks, so... It's... Oh, hello. You're over there. It's a funny sight though, isn't it? I can lower the game volume at this point. Not by... Well, this is probably fine, isn't it? But just in case, I'll lower it down a little bit. I know I'm infinitely running in that direction. No, no, stop it. Stop it! I had partially minimized the game, and for that reason I was stuck in place, doing whatever I was doing before I minimized it. There we go, knocked him down. Knocked him down again. It's not your lucky day, Akantor. I'll sharpen up. Do I start at... No, I think I do start at green, don't I? I sure do. In which case... Oh, I did try to dive there. Didn't quite make it. Ow. Just got my self-defense down. Oh, he's eating me. No. Would rather not. Would rather not. This defense down is certainly problematic though. I don't like it at all. You almost turn into a gunner with a Akantor defense down. Someone threw a dung bomb. That's what caused that to cease as quickly as it did. Ow, look at that! Look at the fucking damage! That's insane! It's fucking insanity! Fucking Akantor defense down. This is disgusting. This is completely inappropriate. I can't handle that. What the hell? You become a bona fide gunner. A de facto gunner defense little gnat. Unable to take a hit, really. I'll try to point this away. I tried to point it away from you, BLK, I'm sorry. The timing just was not in any way advantageous to either of us. Fucking raised my shield and it still wasn't good enough. Well, it just became really dark. I hope you can forgive that. Welcome to my world of dealing with severely fluctuating lighting conditions, which ultimately makes it impossible for my recording to look in any way professional. And the light has returned. This Ukano's just been doing his own thing for all this time. I haven't really paid too much attention to it. Oh. Ow. And that still fucking hit me. Can't believe it. It's incredible that Akantor can still make sense of his location enough to find somewhere appropriate to use his dragon breath. I don't even know how he makes sense of it. Must be confusing. He wasn't coded to be in this locale. So how does he find a place to go? I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Just in time. knocked him down. Fuck off. You can't lose. Stop it. Just you being here is not welcome. I don't want to see you. I'm sorry, BLK. I hope you got your attack out in time. Okay. Akantor is dead. Now it's time for Ukanlis. I'll sharpen up for good measure. Now it's Ukanlis time. Nicely done. Oh. Ow. Make sure I'm outside of the range of that tail. I just don't have much to say during this hunt, quite frankly. I'm spending most of my time paying attention to make sure that, or paying attention to the hunt so that I am not doing anything stupid, but I guess I can now speak a little bit more. As most of you are probably aware, my style of live streaming does not involve me sitting here silently playing the fucking game, because that is not all that engaging. At least as far as me engaging you is concerned. But yeah, sometimes that just happens. Bit of extended silence. Oh, weapon fire has recharged. I'll get that out. Oh, what the hell was that? What is this, Freedom Unite? How the fuck did you snowblight me from that distance with your tail? That's some Freedom Unite bullshit right there. Can't believe what I just witnessed. Was hoping for a fucking flinch with that. I have to keep away from BLK. I don't want to mess him up. I'm sure he's contributing. I don't know why he's choosing to use an Elatrion Greatsword. He could have used a Raw Greatsword. Could have used the Diablo's Horn Sword, but no. Whatever. BLK is fairly new to Greatsword, but he's perfectly competent with choosing an appropriate weapon, and in my opinion, the Elatrion Revolution is not an appropriate choice. I will sharpen up. Well, I'm glad I wasn't hit. At least you got to hear my weird-ass reaction to the risk that was posed to me in that moment. Sorry if I hit you, Source Key. I'm not really wanting to do so, but if it happens, it happens. Stop. Fuck. Kind of was kind of like the mooing of a cow. Okay, well, fair enough. Hopefully that served as some form of entertainment for someone. Possibly you, Arexion. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that I pride myself on it, but I do a pretty good cow impression. Although I don't seek to do that outside of any real joke. I'm not going to sit here and just make a cow noise for no real reason. It needs to come off the shoulders of some sort of hilarious situation. Well, I'm glad. And it is Wyvern Fire time. Hopefully not too far behind the death of an Ukanlos, quite frankly. I'm happy to shield both at the expense of all of my stamina. I don't want to be snow blighted. And there goes COT. Is that one feint away from failure? I think so. Oh, you can't tell in this game. You can't actually see how many people have fainted unless I missed the information that was written, but I don't think you can see. I'm pretty sure that was 2 feints. I don't remember who fainted first, but I think that was 2. I seem to recall one before COT. So, let's be nice and careful. Oh, just barely got that. I was 1 frame away from missing that. Fuck. Ow. Show some respect, what the fuck? Trying to keep away from BLK. No. Can I hit him out of it? No. At least I wasn't hurt by it. That's what's important. That's what we want to avoid. I'm glad I wasn't hit by that. Oh, give it a rest. Seriously. I don't think this has been quite as easy a process as when we went full bamboo team. But that's fine. Still wasn't too bad. Good hunt. Good hunt. We'll start with the Carlos because he is closest, and then we will move on to a Cantor. We are unlikely to get all calves, but I don't really care. You're not doing this quest to get a Carlos or a Cantor stuff, really. You're doing... Oh, okay, I'll take the jewel, thank you. A Carlos jewel, yeah, I'll take it. Of course, we're doing this quest for talismans. I suppose, first and foremost, we're doing it because that is what was selected by the random hunts roulette. And then, second of all, the talismans. There's quite a lot of them. Let's see how many we get. Spoilers, a lot. Yeah. Fucking 20 in 2 stacks. Okay, no. Sitting at around 40 here. Oh, can you not? Oh, I see my problem. Doomlink, as much as you might think it is, it's actually not first gen, and you don't have to put it in your inventory. You can actually send it to the box, Doomlink. It's alright. You're allowed to. Alright. I don't think we want any queen talismans. Evade distance 6, attack 7. That's pretty good. Especially considering that evade distance is a fucking 15-point skill. Ugh. Revolting. Hold on, what is that? Crit draw 4, stamina 2, no. No, thank you. I will let them know that I'm finishing up, because that was my last hunt, ladies and gentlemen. That was a almost 3-hour long recording. Alright. I would like to bid you all farewell. That was the second of 2 Monster Hunter recordings today. For at least as long as I am unable to record during the week, which I hope is not a permanent thing that I'll have to deal with, I will be doing multiple recordings per day on the weekends. I do thank you all for watching, and I will see you when I'm next recording Monster Hunter or anything else that you would like to watch. And I shall bid you all farewell for now. Bye bye.